The violence in us is somehow nurtured and brought out and brought forth. You know, it didn't happen overnight.
Everyone in the slums carries a price tag, and sooner or later, someone comes to collect. What would you trade? For an hour where your hands don't shake, your shots don't miss, and the world finally obeys you? Your cash, your gear, your blood? You tell yourself you'd stop before you gave more. Would you? In the slums, promises are cheap and ledgers are not. You ask if it's safer than the streets. It isn't. You ask if it feels better. It does.
But there is one escape, one obsession, one machine that promises more than the slums ever will. They call it hyperdrift. Some whisper the simulation, others brand it the upload. But addicts know it by the pull in their veins, the place where the body is perfected, the mind sharpened, and power feels real. Inside, the world glows with light. Open skies, shattered highways, abandoned towers full of loot, gunfights blaze, extraction points burn with betrayal. And every victory surges through your nerves like a drug.
You ask how far it goes, farther than you think, limbs for access, organs for time, cheap prosthetics stitched on after jittering when it rains. Your leg takes a step you didn't choose because hyperdrift taught it to. Your will feels like law. You swear you'll cash out after one more run.
For a moment, you believe you've broken free. But still, you return. Because craving is louder than reason. Because hunger is stronger than fear. Because the slums take everything, and hyperdrift gives it back in light. For a heartbeat, you feel infinite. For a heartbeat, you believe you are free.
At first, it feels like salvation. The moment you connect, the world sharpens, your hands steady, your lungs stop burning. Every weakness you carried in the slums is gone. In its place is precision, speed, power. For a heartbeat, you believe this is who you were meant to be. You ask if it's real. It doesn't matter. The machine whispers that it is. Addiction doesn't care about what you've lost. Withdrawal doesn't wait for you to heal. Soon you don't step into hyperdrift for loot or power. You step in because without it you can't breathe. You can't see. You can't sleep. You're feeding a hunger that belongs not to you, but to the machine you're becoming.
What about the ones who can't stop? They proxy in disposable bodies, weak shells that still deliver a hit. They borrow flesh on timers and pray the repo crews don't come early. They sell fragments of the life they had, names fade, nights blur, and call it discipline.
To be human is to endure limits. The body bends but breaks. The mind adapts but fractures. You can only bleed so much before weakness shows. Only lose so many pieces of yourself before you stop recognizing what's left in the mirror.
Addiction is the hook. Debt is the chain. And hyperdrift is the machine grinding you down until you are unrecognizable, until the day comes when there is nothing left of you to pay but the last piece of who you were.